Hey guys, so today I want to go over one of the most important concepts that you need to understand if you want to overcome any mental illness. Now, it doesn't matter if you're the one suffering with the mental illness or if you're the parent of someone suffering with mental illness. This concept is essential to understand no matter how you're connected to mental illness. So what is this concept? Glad you asked. But before I go into it, I want to talk about one thing that I hear way too often when I'm talking to someone that has a mental illness. And it's this. You know, I'm going to therapy and I believe that I can make forward progress and I know I'm going to improve, but I will always be limited by my illness. I see all these people achieving great success and I accept the fact that I'm never going to be one of them because I have a mental illness. When I hear people say that, I tell them this. Take that idea, throw it out the window, and never look at it again. Because it's wrong, it's false. Mental illness does not have to negatively impact your life in any way, shape, or form. And it's funny because it's actually not the teenagers that I talk to or anything like that, it's mostly the parents. And so then they say, it's biological, you don't understand, the doctor said this and it's a neurological condition, there's nothing we can do about it. I couldn't tie my shoelaces until I was a teenager. In fact, if you look back at the earliest therapeutic reports ever, it's not just the constant raging or any of the emotional problems that were there. I had horrible motor skills. I couldn't tie my shoes, I couldn't do anything that required the use of my fingertips. I could not function on my own. It was physically impossible for me. And look at me now. That is a biological condition. That wasn't like an emotional response. That was my biology. And yet, here I am. Biology doesn't actually amount to much. I'll tell you that right now. Just because the doctor said this, just because it is a biological condition, does not mean that you are going to be stuck with it for the rest of your life. Yes, you'll never get rid of an illness, but as I have said before in other videos, you never get rid of the illness, but you make it your friend, and all of a sudden it becomes this positive thing that you enjoy having, that benefits you. But it doesn't have to negatively impact you, and it frustrates me when I hear this because these kids, these people who are struggling, they look at their life and they say, well, I'm never going to be as successful as that person. I'm never going to be at the top. That's false. It's wrong. So never let yourself believe that. And if you know someone who's struggling, go tell them that too. Because they can achieve whatever they want. They could start a company, they can do whatever. There is no limitation just because you have a mental illness. So what? You think differently. Great! The world needs different thinkers. Screw the biology. Excuse my harsh language, but it's true. Screw the biology. There are some times in life where you just must believe mind over matter, and that's the truth. Yeah, it's tough to rewrite your own biology, to move past it. It's tough, it's hard, but it's possible. So go do it. Go achieve your dreams. Go be whoever you want to be, regardless of your illness. Because you can be. Believe in yourself no matter what. Doesn't matter if you can't tie your shoelaces until you're a teenager. Because after you learn to tie them, everything else falls into place. See you guys next time.